Welcome back. I'm Emily at Emily's podcast, Tribute to All Little Angels, Part 10, Episode 1 of the Timeline. June 3rd, 2024. It starts raining yesterday evening, and it's still raining. So my mind goes to the cemetery, flooding. Babyland 6th West area especially. I did record today, and not too bad either. It took me 3 tries. It is now recorded and scheduled. June 4th, 2024. Thank you, dear God. Just thank you for everything. It isn't raining today, so I will go to the cemetery. I do have errands to run, so later this afternoon I did them, and on my way home I went to the cemetery. At 4:23 p.m. I pull up, and oh yes, right off, water in the grass, and yes, puddles of water too. I cringe when I see the water all through the cemetery, because I know Babyland 6th West will be the worst. I pray not, though, but I will see when I get over there. I drive on by Wyatt. There is a truck parked near the pine trees, so I did not leave my vehicle. I drove onto the west side, and oh my gosh, yet again, Babyland 6th West is flooded. It's ridiculous. Something that was fixed is still broken. I took 10 pictures throughout this area, and everywhere has water laying on the ground. As I pull further north, there are puddles of water here and there. I sit in the car and overlook the area, and my thought is, it's being hidden, but I know the story. I see the proof in the pictures, and pictures don't lie. I leave the cemetery a short time later, and Madison brings my granddogs over to visit. We sit on the patio so the dogs could run, and then when they leave, I thought it's been a good day. And not long after, it's raining again, so I sit on the patio, I relax, and listen to it rain. June 5th, 2024. I'm going to relax around the pool today. Everyone have a good day. June 6th, 2024. The episode aired last night, and the numbers of listeners rose. Thank you. Thursday afternoon, I take it as my free day. I did take one yesterday, and it felt really good. So today, as my free day, I did write in the screenplay. I worked on it most of the afternoon, and I appreciate getting more and more done as I do. Just a little progress is better than no progress. This evening, I drive through the cemetery before going to a friend's house. And then when I return home, I'm relaxed and waiting to go to bed. Have a good night. June 7th, 2024. I thank God for waking me. I start my day to receive pictures of my granddogs, to my morning turning into afternoon, and I spent time outside. When I went inside, I make dinner and sit down to start the writing on next week's episode. Yes, usually my Friday and Saturday nights are for writing. And ask me if I mind. The answer is no. I did get quite a bit written too, so now I will step aside and finish it tomorrow. June 8th, 2024. It's a day I spent in the country with my grandson cleaning up for a friend. We spent most of the afternoon here, and I didn't mind. Just a small change from the city air to the country air can be so rejuvenating. We didn't get back to the city till close to dark. I then dropped him off at home and I went home. June 9th, 2024. Thank you, God. Then I think, will I record today or relax and enjoy outside today? So at noon, I'm at the cemetery. I pull up to Wyatt, I visit with him, and then I visit with Megan. As I pull up to Babyland 6th West, I take a picture of the full view. I notice right away there is a stake in the ground between the southeast headstone and a tall standing headstone, the same headstone that I was at the cemetery when they set the headstone in, and it used to sit closer to the tree, southeast of the existing tree. And when I see this, a thought came to mind that when Megan was laid to rest here in 1999, this south area was an open area. Then they set in 2 headstones years later. Even after we lost Wyatt, we had inquired about the space in Babyland 6th West to lay Wyatt near Megan, and we got a response of there is no availability in that area. Even with the open space to the south of the existing tree, and at that time the rock headstone and Megan. And like I said, they set in this tall standing headstone and another short standing headstone next to one another, but it was closer to the tree, and no others, with an open area to the west of these 2 headstones. And then in the second picture, I took a close-up picture of the area where the stake is in the ground. The stake stands south of the southeast headstone and the rock headstone, and the Mother Mary statue is to the west. There are also other headstones to the west, as it shows in picture 3. In the fourth picture, I stand east of the area, south of the electrical pole to the stake area, and headstones to the north. In the fifth picture is the area from the electrical pole to the tree branches hanging over. And oh my gosh, as I've said before, looking at this picture with the tree branches hanging over and where the pole is located, which is also a new electrical pole, which was replaced after a storm, but there is no way there were 2 trees that sat that close together to the south of the existing tree. The other tree, the second tree, the first tree, however you refer it to as, the north tree sat north of this existing tree. The sixth picture is the same as picture 5, except about a foot to the north, and more of the tree branches are showing. In the seventh picture is south of the lineup of the small drain to the black and white Babyland sign, the double headstones, the existing tree, and to Megan's, and to the area to the west is the newly set in headstone, as shown in picture 8. In picture 9, the picture shows more north of the tree and the headstone that used to sit east of the north tree and now sits northeast of the south tree, the existing tree. In the 10th and the 11th pictures are of the existing tree to the headstone that now sits where the north tree sat at one time. And viewing this picture, I can visualize the two trees here and where they stood and where these headstones should be, just as the pictures show. And while sitting here at the cemetery, I did take a video of the area in Babyland 6th West and then on to the north and across the street and where the location is of the big drain also. And the headstone across the street is visible in pictures taken in 2000, 2004, 2008, which the headstone that used to sit on the north side of the east-west street used to sit across the street from that headstone, across the street, east of the area. And the north tree sat west of these two headstones, as shown in older pictures. In the 12th and 13th pictures is a stake on the northeast corner of the east-west street across the street from Megan's area. And then, of course, when I'm done taking pictures and the video, I visit with Megan and then I leave the cemetery. I didn't go home. I drove to the lake listening to music. It's peaceful here today, so I park near the water and I just listen. I took a few pictures and I walked around. I'm looking for heart shapes or odd-looking clouds in anything. A little later, I leave and drive home, and I am very thankful for this day. June 10th, 2024. Thank you for waking me. I woke up early to let my grandson out the door to go to work. Sometimes he stays here and goes to work in the mornings. After he leaves, I clean up the morning mess and I read my episode and I start to record. Hours later, like a long day of hours, I did finally get it done. Now I need to relax. Have a great evening. June 11th, 2024. The sky is beautiful this morning at 6:07 a.m. Later this afternoon, I received pictures of my granddogs playing in their doggy pool. They seemed to love the water. Then later this evening, I went for a short drive and through the cemetery. Just a quick drive through. June 12th, 2024. Good morning. The episode airs tonight and I look forward to it. Everyone have a great day. June 13th, 2024. I get my day started by cleaning house. Then at 3:27 p.m., I'm at the cemetery visiting with Wyatt. I pull up to his area. I snap a photo of his area. I visit with him. Then I pull around to Babyland 6th West to visit Megan. I take a full view picture south of the electrical pole to just south of the existing tree. In picture 2 is from the electrical pole to the tree and all the misplaced headstones in between the two. In the third picture, it's of the southeast headstone to the rock headstone to headstones to the west and onto the Mother Mary statue. In the fourth picture, it's a full view picture. The next picture is of the lineup of the newly set in drain to the black and white Babyland sign to the double headstones. And these headstones used to sit in between the north tree and the south tree, and now sits east of the existing tree, the south tree, to the blue and white Babyland 6th West sign, the tree, to Megan's area, but of course her flowers are gone. and then on to the newly set in headstone, and of course, headstones to the north and to the south. In the next two pictures are full view pictures of Babyland 6th West. After I visit with Megan a little longer, I leave the cemetery. June 14, 2024. Thank you, God, for opening my eyes. I start my day to receive pictures of my granddogs. I then start writing an episode for this next Wednesday. I quit writing at 10 p.m. I listen to the news, and soon after, I'm in bed. Have a good night. June 15, 2024. When my eyes open, I say, thank you, God. I then get everything done for the morning. I cleaned up, I had breakfast, I showered, then I start to finish writing the episode. About 4 p.m. this afternoon, I did finish. I relax for a bit, then I decide to go to the cemetery. At 6:42 p.m., I pull up to Wyatt. I take a picture of his area from the street. I sit in the car to visit with him today. And then a short time later, I pull around to visit Megan. As I pull up, taking the first picture, there is a green aura moving in the picture, and then it's gone. In the second picture, it's of the full view, and the green aura is still here. I then took 9 more pictures of different areas in this Babyland 6th West. I then sit with Megan, and a short time later, I leave the cemetery. On my way home, I stop to get a pizza, and I go home. After I eat and sit for a few minutes, I go to sit outside on the patio. As I do, there is a solid black cat sitting on the far side of the pool, just sitting there, which is okay with me. I've always known cats as protectors. Black cats, too, are not bad luck. It soon walks toward the back fence and then walks around the end of the pool over to the side where I'm sitting. The cat just walks over and sits down looking at me, then gets up and walks in front of me, moseying onto the patio, looking at me and me watching it. It soon walks over to the corner of the fence and the gate and climbs the fence to the other side. Soon after, I went inside. June 16, 2024. This morning I reread the episode. I timed it. It is ready and long enough to record. But before I do the recording, I went to visit a friend. When I get home, Madison wants to have a small celebration for our father friends. So we prepared everything. We barbecued, we swam, and we had a good day. Happy Father's Day. June 17, 2024. Thank you. Before I record today, I did drive through the cemetery to check on things. All seems okay here. While at the cemetery, I receive a message from my sister Susie of the updates of our podcast listeners. The numbers look great, and I'm so hopeful the person we need will hear this and know exactly what to do. I pray. Then at 3:23 p.m., Madison sends me pictures of the granddogs going for a ride in the car. They are just too darn cute. They sit in the seats as people looking out the window. And I love getting the pictures of the way they are. June 18, 2024. Well, this morning I'm recording. I did try, only because I didn't get it yesterday. I did try 4 times, and then today I tried another 3. I did finally get it. In all, 7 tries, so not too bad. When I finished, I went outside to sit on the patio, and while outside, I see a bunny hopping through the grass and over by the gate near the patio. I took a couple pictures, then I video it as it hops closer to the gate and hops under an opening through the gate. Then a short time later, I'm taking pictures of birds flying and landing on the pool filter. Some of the pictures of the birds are while in flight, landing on that filter. And well, my black cat friend is back, sitting at the end of the pool, looking over at me while I stand inside the sliding glass window. I did take 10 pictures of this black cat while it maneuvers through the yard to the gate to leave my yard. Then as I sit enjoying the night air, I take a picture of the night sky with clouds, and in the clouds is a green aura. And to me, the green aura in the pictures is in a shape of a heart. And I have to say, it's been a good day. June 19th, 2024. We are getting a little rain today, and after it rained, Madison brings the dogs over to be able to run in the yard. It's actually relaxing sitting watching them. Then later this evening, a few friends came by to swim. Then we barbecued some burgers and enjoyed the company. Thank you, ladies. When they leave, my black cat friend is back, laying on the patio, protecting. June 20th, 2024. On this day at 3:16 p.m., I pull up to Babyland 6th West, Megan's area. I took 6 pictures of different areas in Babyland 6th West, and then this evening I drive to the lake and take a few pictures of the clouds. The sky is beautiful, and nowadays the color in the sky at times are like none other. Beautiful. When I get back home, it is late, so I'm ready for bed. June 21st, 2024. This morning and early afternoon, I'm receiving pictures of the granddogs. They are playing in their doggy pool. I start to write the episode. Yes, another episode. Just getting Megan's story out there. It does deserve to be heard. We are getting light, intense rain, so it's a good day to work on the screenplay also. Before going to bed, I did not finish the episode. I did not write in the screenplay. And all I can say is I look at it as it wasn't meant for me to. I did receive pictures of my granddogs before going to bed, and then I fell asleep. June 22nd, 2024. When I start my day today, I went shopping with my grandson. When we were finished, I dropped him off at home and I went home to write and finish the writing in the episode. When I'm done, I reread it and I timed it. It is ready to record, and it is set for Monday or Tuesday, to do so. Later tonight at 9:16 p.m., I feel a need to go to the cemetery. It is about dark, but I went anyway. I pull up on the west side of Wyatt. I visit with him for only a few minutes, and I drove around to the east side. I took 2 pictures, one on the east side and one on the west side of his area. Then I pull around to the west side to visit Megan for a few minutes, and only because that's all the time I had. I took 3 pictures of that same area, and as I do the same area that I do often, I then leave the cemetery and went home. When I get home, I go outside. The moon is brightly shining over my house, and I did take a picture. It looks as if it's a mirror image of the moon, something just above it, but it's in green color. And in the second picture, too. Weird looking things in the night sky was my thought. Thank you for listening. Stay kind with your words.